Hi there, my name's John Stevens. I'm pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we are part of the ELCA. And welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text and we tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree or the junk drawer or the kids' room or the garage. You know how we've been doing it. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your week with me in this way, and thank you for the love that you are sharing with your kids and your congregation and your families. You, my friend, are rocking it. Thank you so much. And thank you for your partnership in this ministry. I appreciate it greatly. This is for the Revised Common Lectionary and the Narrative Lectionary. The two meet together. Anyway, it's Transfiguration Sunday, Sunday before Lent as we get there, and they're up on the mountain and Jesus is transfigured. So, items that I'm using, some of the springboard suggestions, a bunch of silly hats. Or if you're good at impersonations, or even if you're bad at impersonations. So you've got silly hats or impersonations, playing the game, really, who am I? Maybe playing the game of charades. I've used this before in other ways, but playing the game of charades in the sense of who am I? Because they're on the top of the mountain and they see Jesus and they see two people that in the text, Moses and Elijah, and it's like, I always wonder, it's like, how do they know who they are? And then Jesus is completely changed, transfigured, and there's just bright light and all of that. And it's like that whole question of who am I? So silly hats, maybe, or maybe not even silly hats. Let's say you have a police hat, or you have a doctor's hat, or you've got a stethoscope, or you've got pair of pliers for a dentist. Maybe not that. No. But different things of I have a book on my magic shelf called What's My Job? And each of the pictures, that's another way to do that. Actually, let me grab that. It's right here. Not too far away. Now, this is not something this is a magic trick, but I'm not going to. The magic trick won't do you any good because it's something you have to buy. But I do like this here. It's like, what's my job? And each of the things in here, we got a firefighter, we have a artist, we have pull another one here. We have a doctor. So I love the fact that when they put this together, and this was done many years ago, and I love the fact that here. Let me find another one here. Football, someone who plays sports, a plumber. Anyway, you get the point. Point is, in that, showing pictures about who am I, what am I doing, what are the things, and how can you tell who I am or what job I am in. So here. So then you've got all of those things looking at. Now we're moving in to holding up either a baptismal candle. If you're move the kids around the font and scoop the hands up the water. Maybe a baptismal certificate, and talking about who am I with the candle. Who am I? And you are a child of God. You are a beloved child of God. And in baptism, that tells us that God has transformed us, transfigured, another word for that, but that we are being and have been transformed as we are sharing the love and all of that. And so the question then is so if within the jobs, like we got the job of the baker, we got a job of the firefighter, we got the job of the plumber. In that, how could they tell who was the plumber, and how could they tell who was the doctor, and how could they tell who was the firefighter? And then how do they tell, the questions, just the wonder questions, like in the godly play questions. I wonder how Jesus could, or how the disciples could tell it was Moses and Elijah, and even Jesus, but Jesus was there. So it's kind of like, well, I think that's Jesus. I'm like looking into the sun, S-O-N, and all of that. And then how do people know that we are followers of Jesus? And it's how we when we feed the hungry, when we clothe the poor, when we visit the elderly, when we reach out into the world to share love. And in that act, we are transfigured, we are transformed. God is continually working with us as we reach out into the world. So that's my springboard. That's where I'm going with this, about just how God has transformed us, and when we see this, and when we are seen in the world. And in the waters of baptism, we are claimed, we are named, and then we are sent and to transform the world into a world full of love and taking care of one another, all because God first loved us. All right, so that's my springboard. I'm hoping that can be useful for your own thinking and your own children's sermon. Again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the love that you're sharing with your kids and your congregation and your families. You, my friend, are rocking it. Yeah, you. All right, we'll see you next week. Peace.